allowed to talk about it, but watching Ghost Robo Jr. Playing Trapper last week was pretty awesome. He was coming up with some pretty great stuff that I hadn't seen before, and I was like, oh my god, he's so good! So it's just fun seeing that stuff. Let's see. Do the splashes of the lava bomb follow enemy hunters and gadgets? I don't know if that's the right word.
No, so when they splash, they go off of the normal. So if you if it were to hit the side of the cliff, then they would spawn and sort of come off that orientation.
Oh, okay.
And if you hit the ground flat, then they're going to spawn up and kind of go out.
But it's more about the direction that you fired them in rather than like where. It's not like they're homing bombs.
The direction of the surface that you hit.
Okay.
Them, and then they spread out from there. So.
Okay. And apparently we've had a question about the Trapper Challenge. And yes, you guys were successful. Griffin players came out in droves, so well done, guys.
Yeah, more than we expected. I think
Way more, yeah.
It was more successful than we expected, so appreciate everybody jumping in.
And hopefully a few of you learned how awesome Griffin is. You know, we've seen some really impressive playing in competitions, and I know Brandon is a big fan of playing it on his stream. Oh, that tongue grab! Nice!
That was amazing.
That was perfect, snatching him out of the air like that.
Jeez.
But we've got a cloak, so it looks like he might just come back. But since he's low on armor, he's just gonna roll away.
Oh, he's get put in the fire, though. It's gonna burn him out. Look. Yep.
Oh. But Lazarus is still up,
yeah,
so...
Laz got him.
Yeah, you gotta take care of Lazarus. That's you know, basic. That's Evolve 101. Don't let Lazarus. Don't let Lazarus. Hello, it's Monday, everybody. All right, so more questions. Ask us more questions. I want to get Brill in here for sort of his take on how he runs this stuff. Okay.
Really nice. Jeez, that was a nice combo. Rock walled, and then the guy squeaked by the rock wall, and he tongued him. And then as soon as the guy got let go of the tongue, he did the fissure and then capped him.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's also extremely satisfying when you dodge tongue grab. Like my
and the
favorite
tongue goes
is
right by you.
yeah, my favorite is like when you kind of duck behind a wall and line of sight it, and it's just like oh god, I feel like Neo in the Matrix. Let's see, did we run into any like what were some challenges? Because obviously Behemoth is very different than the other monsters. So did we like?
Well, we ran into a size problem. Was the first thing that we ran into. It was an actually like a real logistical problem. Was his size. He's bigger than the other monsters.
Well, he's the biggest we're able to make.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So it was a little bit of a struggle to push the size as much as we could, and honestly we pushed it until we broke the game, and then we had to pull back
right
from there.
Well, that's how we roll.
Yeah. So yeah, he's definitely the biggest that we can make with the current shipping maps.
And something someone else was talking about was that when I first saw him in game, he wasn't actually in there yet. We were using Goliath as a placeholder, and then when he rolled, he turned into an actual soccer ball.
Yeah, the soccer ball.
Which I just love.
So the soccer ball, the rolling was one of those things where all monsters have their own traversal methods. Each one is unique, and it goes a really long ways to making that monster feel different and feel interesting. And so we were trying to think, okay, we've already done flying, we've already done leaping, we've already done sort of like teleporting. What's left? And we thought, well, what if he rolled? And somebody said that as a joke,
right?
And a lot of people in the meeting laughed, and then a few of us were like, no, we're serious. Like, what if, like maybe that would work?
It makes sense. He's a rock monster.
And a lot of people were naysayers. A lot of people were like, no, it's gonna be too silly. It's gonna be cheesy. It's not gonna feel good. What about all the physics and stuff? So we prototyped it by turning Goliath into a soccer ball,
which really, countered those people saying it was going to look silly.
If it works as a soccer ball, it's going to work as a cool, spiky looking rock, right?
Right, absolutely.
So we put it in as a soccer ball, and after the first play test, everybody on the team said, "That's it, I'm sold. Let's do it."
Nice. So he actually used the time without Lazarus to evolve to stage 3, which is an interesting choice. A lot of people might have gone after the team, but instead he's just lobbing lava bombs across the map because YOLO. Let's see. How fast does Behemoth's stamina regenerate? Also, how much does combat improve stamina regen? Well, like with all the other monsters, while he's in combat, it's going to regenerate faster, right?
Yeah, so anytime that just to catch anybody up, anytime see how the hunters on the hunter screens right now, you can see the monster's health bar.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime the health bar is up, that means the monster is in combat status. When he's in combat status, his stamina does recharge more quickly.
Right.
I'm not sure the numbers off the back of my hand. Like I don't have them memorized right now. But he is faster. He gets the recharge. So Behemoth, he's a little different. All the other monsters have 3 uses.
Yeah.
So 3 leaps, 3 teleports, 3 air bursts.
But his is continuous.
But his is just one continuous bar. And that's because it was really awkward. We would roll. We tried 3 at first, and we would roll, and then you would pop out by yourself, and then just go back into a roll and pop out again and go back into a roll. So we felt that was kind of clunky. Didn't feel quite right. And so, we felt like it was worth the effort to do a little code special, unique for Behemoth, and make his stamina one continuous number.
But does he recharge at the same rate that the other monsters do?
All monsters they're all different.
Oh,
They
okay.
all wind up being different because their traversals are different speeds.
Got
so
it,
the
okay.
leap is a different speed than Kraken flies, which is a different speed than the Wraith airburst. Or the Wraith warps. So they're all the recharge rates are all different and tuned specifically to that monster.
I get so caught up in what's going on?
Yes, Brill's doing a good job of trying to keep that mortar down. So it just went away, and now he's got it again.
Oh, did he get him? No, not quite. Trying to block people off. Let's see, we have another... Does Behemoth do more damage when he rolls off a cliff and lands on something?
I think it's actually the same. I think it's the same damage when you're rolling, regardless of kind of how you get there.
Yeah. That's a funny idea, though. Let's see. Does Wildlife do more damage when they hit Behemoth's weak spots?
Wildlife, no. It's only for projectile-based weapons. So,
okay.
And actually, weapons like that have rounds. So, assault rifles.
So Markov's lightning gun doesn't take advantage of weak spots?
It does not hit weak spots. No.
Ah, yay! Another win for Brill. Good job, Brill.
So Behemoth taking it to the team today.
Yep. Yeah, I think Tong's probably going to get upset soon. There's a lot of giggling out there, so I don't know if there's some smack talk. But Jess, you should tell them to bring their A game next time. Okay, Jess is letting them know they need to up it. So yeah, we had a question from the chat, but I think they were mistaken. So Wildlife does not affect his weak spots, or any monsters for that matter. So that is cool to know. So yeah, we're gonna. It was interesting. I've seen a lot of the fourth team against Behemoth, so it's nice to see different combinations of hunters.
Yeah, as we said, we haven't spent nearly the amount of time with these guys. Neither has 2K. So I mean, they're new, they're fresh characters to everybody. So we're still learning really how to counter them. We're learning how to play them, how to get the most out of them. It always takes a long time for everybody to get used to a new monster.
Right, yeah.
Because they're so different, the play styles are so different that it takes a while. Brill's on the controls today, and Brill, being from the QA team, he's probably had, maybe the most time with Behemoth of anybody in the studio. Which I think is showing a little bit in his play here. But we all know that too the community will eclipse us fairly quickly.
Oh yes, you guys do.
when Behemoth comes out. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see the real high level play.
Yeah,
and
'cause it takes a while, even for us. Like, it takes a while. Like, we've known the abilities that these like creatures and characters are going to have, but even just like it takes a while to get used to playing it. Like our next tier, we have some mechanics that we haven't had before, so it takes a while to get just used to playing it at all. But then, you know, to start getting into like the level of theory crafting and strategy and hunter composition and like which perk is best for who, and that takes a while to get your head around. So, and sometimes an hour playtest a day isn't enough to get that very quickly. And
yeah,
I know I learned a lot playing with the streamers and stuff last week.
I know one of the things where we had Behemoth, because he does pound out in caps so quickly. I know one of the difficulties we had at first was once he went into other game modes, like he was taking down the generators faster in defend.
Right.
He was killing end caps quicker in rescue mode. So, you know, and we've gone back and tuned things.
Yeah.
But it is funny, like you build a new monster and you think that you've got everything sorted out, and then you go back in to start testing different hunter combos and different game modes and different scenarios, and you run into sort of more complications and more things that you never thought about before, and you have to make adjustments.
Yeah, it happens. Well, that's why we need your guys' feedback, and we do listen, and so, you know, keep it coming. We do have another question. Let's see. Is the ball form considered a limb, meaning it takes less damage?
No. Somebody mentioned that too. Somebody said that they thought that they were taking less damage in the ball state. I don't think that's the case.
So it's just normal, straight,
It's just normal
100% damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the headshot goes away because he's in the ball.
Right, there's no
So-
exposed guts to shoot at.
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know, Behemoth's headshot is not his head,
It's in his belly.
because he's a big old mass of rocks and organic weirdness.
Yeah.
But he does have nasty exposed innards.
Yeah.
So you shoot those, and that's the 2x multiplier.
If you look on his character select, it's really cool. Or the main menu movie of him, it's really cool. You can see his heart beating, which is really cool. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, I've never seen
Oh.
that. I've been so distracted by the intestines, sort of
Yeah.
like.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Awesome. Good. I'll have to look for that.
Yeah. So Behemoth's headshot is actually in his stomach, and when he does some attacks, like the fissure and stuff, he rears up
Right.
his arms overhead, and he really exposes that
Yeah.
stomach.
It's a good time to
for
shoot
that
him.
shot. So we thought it was kind of a fun little play on a classic kind of boss monster-y thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got we're gonna be checking out the new mine map that's coming to Xbox on the 31st, along with Behemoth, and then everybody else.
I have to
a little
say,
time after that.
I love this map.
I do too.
It's so much fun. It's like so much fun to look around and be inside of caves, like spelunking. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah, it's good times. I like that it was really cool talking to Daniel last week, because just learning about their thinking behind all of it and putting it together. As you guys can see, we've got a different skin here. This is the sandstone skin, another rock-themed look here. I think this one's pretty cool too. It's maybe a little bit more camouflage than his bright green skin. So if you're new to Behemoth, this would be a good skin for you to invest in.
I think he's got some stuff like his armor is missing. The armor glow is missing from the character select right now. And his
Okay.
eyes are glowing the wrong color.
Ugh.
That's all like current bug stuff. Same as
Working on it.
the armor being applied here. It's just
Yeah.
current build. But
Work in
I think he
progress,
went to
though.
the sandstone because he wanted to try to blend in a little bit more.
With the quarry. So we've got a lot of breakable stuff in here because, you know, it's a mine, so there's all sorts of wooden structures there to hold up the various
Yeah, and we wanted to
tunnels
test. We
and
wanted
things.
to test. I'm sure Daniel talked about it last week, but we wanted to test Goliath, or the monsters leaving more traces
Yeah.
of them pathing through the environment.
Yeah, like he
So-
just broke stalagmites.
Yeah, and I got caught with that last week. Like the monster, there was a broken door, and there's tracks going in there, and the tracks ended, and we went inside of there, and we explored for a long time, and then realized that it was all a farce. Like
Yep, he just broke the door to
he just
misdirect.
broke the door, put some tracks in there, and then stealthed back out, and
Yep.
and we totally took it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, I think this area is called the Grotto because it's very much more sort of like what naturally would have been down there before they started mining. So there's some man-made structures, but this part's a little bit more natural. There's more of the water creatures, so you'll find tyrants in here. Looks like maybe the hunters know he's in there, but
Well, it's interesting because he's stealthing right now, and they have Bucket flying around. Of course, he just attacked the medic, so they know where he is now.
nope. And there's bits of the ceiling falling off.
Yeah, seeing those stalactites drop is... Are they mites or tights?
Tights.
Tights.
Because they hold tight to the ceiling, whereas stalagmites might reach the top.
Yeah.
That's how I remember that. Breaking another wall. Drills just doesn't care. He's like, whatever, y'all can find me. I'm gonna smash everything. This is also one of the maps where we have our new food sources. So this is a crate right here. So you beat up the crate, and then it gives you nice borium ore to eat, which is very helpful for the monster. I think the hunters can hear it break because they don't get carrion birds, so there has to be something to like let them know what's going on there. But it's good if you're having trouble finding creatures, you can look for those as well.
This map is, I see so many, like, around these doorways are, like, they're perfect for Behemoth's wall to go up.
So many good wall opportunities.
Yeah, it's really, you'll hear, when we were playing last week, I didn't even have to look to hear, like, I just hear the hunters, like, kind of sigh.
I just gotta point this out. I don't know who's on medic, but what are you doing, man? He's invisible. Stop healing him. You're drawing a big green arrow. Who's on medic? Kenneth, get your shit together. No? Did they switch? Oh, man. Evolve 101. If you're stealth, no shielding, no healing.
Those Griffin was pulling Behemoth off the wall. That's one of the things Griffin, I think, he's the only guy who can do this. Well, Maggie can plant some traps at the base.
Yeah.
But it's very satisfying to see a monster climbing a tall cliff going after one of your teammates, and you just shoot the monster in the back with a harpoon and just see him slip off the wall.
Nice.
It's so nice.
And I've got, who do we have here? I haven't even looked. So we've got Griffin, we've got Hyde, Bucket, and Lazarus again. Wait, no, that's gotta, no, sorry, that was
Val. Yeah, because
Val almost walking into a plant there.
Ooh.
About to take a rolling boulder to the face.
Just ate that.
Yeah, don't do that. And then let's see. So yeah, we don't have Hank in here, but Hank's orbitals do work. We wouldn't make a map where one person's abilities are just completely negated. So
it's just there's a few areas where there's sky, where it's
going to be like
sky.
Any other map where there's areas where it works and areas where it doesn't work. Same way as Cabot's dust tagging. Brill really taking a lot of damage there. The enclosed space not necessarily working to his advantage.
Which is odd. I mean, in my experience, I like to be Behemoth in this environment.
I haven't seen him using rock wall that much though, so that's really like, that would be my focus if I was playing, just because you can, pull people into a side tunnel and then throw up a wall. Like, what are they gonna do? You can't. It's really hard to get around in some of these areas, so that's pretty useful. Oh, who have we got here? I guess we're getting some questions about Tier 4. Soon. That's all I gotta say. Soon. I wish we could just like flash up one of those silly kitten pictures. It's just like, soon. Is he trying to be sneaky? Because that's not gonna work. Yeah, we're, Jess reminded me that you can follow us on Twitter. You can check us out here on Twitch and on Facebook as well, Turtle Rock Studios or Evolve Game. And we'll be letting you guys know as soon as we can put more information out about those guys, because we are very excited. I know one of Jess's favorite characters is coming up, as is mine. So one of mine. Well, yeah, I can't. Stop. Okay, so we got some more crate eating here, and Hyde throwing those grenades out there, and Brill just rolling through them. I think we're still not.
It is worth pointing out that our balance updates are coming out with these characters on the 31st. So the team here is playing. So this is not Hyde that you guys are used to playing with Hyde. This is the new buffed Hyde.
This is new and improved Hyde, where his toxic grenades actually do a ton more damage. So I think we're all still quite used to, Girl plays at home, so he's used to playing with old Hyde, where you're just like, oh, toxic grenades, whatever.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore.
No.
It's really a legit area denial now, so that's pretty great. Why is it that rock wall doesn't cover some terrain when thrown? I think there's just some. I think it's hard to place. So like I think you have to.
So we have to be careful where we spawn those in the code, because if we get them like too close to the edge of a cliff or something like that, there would just be floating rocks.
Oh, okay.
Out in there. So you know, my suggestion to everybody is don't spawn them too close to yourself, because we don't want them interpenetrating with with behemoths, so they won't spawn if they're too close to yourself. And then also try to pick like an open or flat ground area where you do choose to spawn them. So you'll see wherever your crosshair is, that's where the rock wall is the center of the wall is gonna start, and then it's gonna fan out from there. And so I always try to just pick kind of flat ground and a little bit of a distance away from me to help guarantee that wall is gonna go up.
Yeah, I just realized he's only just now getting to stage 2. So he's really low on health, considering. I thought he killed something to have a snack, but he's just rolling away. Are they on top of him, or? Oh, they are. Okay, they're trying to see Hunter screens here.
There was a nice.
We got Bucket out there looking for him. You got any more questions? Yeah, I'm glad the Brill is playing with the map up, so you guys get to see a little bit better, because it's a different shape, and there are clearly 3 different spokes with different sort of mini biomes in them. So I think that's what's really cool about this map, or one of the many things.
Yeah. So the idea in the map too is that they could go run around any of those spokes, and they'd always have to kind of come back to the center. And
yeah, exactly.
That's where the 2 teams overlap.
Yeah, so I would have. Oh, he didn't have his rock wall out. That's why.
Run her over. See, just run her over.
Yeah, he's got the traversal for it. He's trying to be fancy. This is Brill's problem. He likes to show off a little bit, and then he ends up getting his butt kicked. But he's got all that fire down there, so really beating the crap out of the medic.
Bucket's putting those sentry guns up too. We did bump those.
He's taking a
little
lot
bit
of
more,
damage.
So.
Again, sitting in that toxic grenade way longer than he should have. Are they gonna get him? Oh no, I think
so.
Oh, grabbing just a tiny bit of armor on the run, always a good move. As long as you're not still taking fire. Yeah, just trying to get some distance.
Yeah, they're distracted by a tyrant right now, so that's
good. That's helpful.
That's gonna give him
but
a
he's
chance.
Setting off birds, so hopefully by the time they're free. Oh no, they're still up there, still on the HUD. They know where he is. Keep running, Brill. Oh, just setting off birds left and right. No big deal. Brill doesn't care. Let's see. You got any questions? See, we told the guys to bring their A game, and they did. They're doing really well. He's got that tiny amount of health. Yeah, it's
getting that armor though. Behemoth is. It's not like when Wraith escapes. You're frustrated because she escaped again, because she can do that so easily.
Yeah.
But when Behemoth escapes, you can get frustrated because he's gonna get so much armor back.
Right. Oh, man. He just looks so cool running around. This is the quarry area. So, actually, I think it's from here that you could theoretically see the foundry. I think it's like up and over.
Yeah.
So, like, from the foundry, you kind of look over one edge and you see down into this, is the idea. So they're sort of connected. Yeah, he's now at full armor again. Oh, is he trying to throw that at the dropship? Is that gonna work? You can see him! Yeah. Wait, oh god. Can we have the dropship? I think they're gone now. That was really cool. This is because of the way this map is shaped, it's a really good opportunity for some very cool sound sensor placement. So you want to like make sure that you're placing sound sensors at choke points, and you can be very strategic about that. Still keeping his armor up. They're trying to chip at it, but I don't think.
Yes, I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna use that armor just to absorb hits and escape and get to stage 3, so that he can get some health back.
Yeah. Needs more health. And we're also seeing Hyde. I think it was Hyde's minigun that was doing some damage to him as he rolled away there, because Hyde's minigun now does. It's more accurate.
It's a little bit more damage and it's more accurate.
Yeah. So instead of before, you kind of like shoot things and feel like you're just not hitting anything, and now it feels a lot more useful, I think. And I love Hyde, so I'm thrilled with these changes. Might draw some of my attention away from my love Markov. Alright, so we got stage 3. Let's see what happens. I haven't seen many games go to stage 3 on this, because the relay is in the middle, and I think it's pretty cool.
Interesting here, with Behemoth, he just went to stage 3, and if you saw where his armor went and his health went, he has less health right now, or less effective health right now than he had when he was stage 2 fully armored.
Yeah.
So he's got the hunters have a little window here. They had a little window to try to do that damage.
Nice sneak attack.
Mammoth Bird, that's the faster cooldown on the abilities. That's a pretty nasty one.
We had a question: is the exposed spine a weak spot as well?
No, it was just for visuals. And if you notice, right now, Behemoth is stealthing, and those plates are closed up a lot more. And when he's not in stealth mode, they open up and spread more. And it was just one more thing that we could use to try.